Hello dear students, welcome to the YouTube channel of Education World। ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਦਸੰਬਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਏ PS ਪੇਪਰ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਦੀ ਆਨਸਰ ਕੀ ਡਿਸਕਸ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਇਸ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਵਰਲਡ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਨਲਾਈਨ ਤੇ ਆਫਲਾਈਨ ਬੈਚਸ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਐਨਰੋਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਪਣੇ PSTET ਨੂੰ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਜੇ। ਸਾਡੇ ਟੀਚਰਸ ਬੜੇ ਹੀ ਐਕਸਪਰਟ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਖੁਦ PSTET ਕਲੀਅਰ ਕਰ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਸਕਰੀਨ ਉੱਤੇ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਨੰਬਰਾਂ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਐਨਰੋਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਨ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ PSTET ਪੇਪਰ 1 ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ETT ਦਾ ਪੇਪਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ 2021 ਦਸੰਬਰ 2021 ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਇਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪੇਪਰ ਸੀ ਉਹਦੀ ਆਨਸਰ। First question is, we can think of a language as one of the mental organs which in coordination with other mental organ carries out cognitive process. So this attributes to. So this statement was by default said by Noam Chomsky. So option A would be the right option here for us, Noam Chomsky. Second question, combining elements of different languages in the same sentence is an example of. So here we have the options: sociolinguistics, code switching, code mixing, and dialect. Our right option here is code mixing. So here I want to tell you कि code mixing हुंदी की है। So code mixing ये हुंदी है ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ language ਦੇ ਕੁਝ words ਨੂੰ ਦੂਸਰੀ language ਦੇ words ਨਾਲ combine ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ। Like this keyword here, combining, can tell us. Combining means mixing. Now see, for example, here is a sentence. It is normally said rectification is not good. Now see here we have the word rectification. So there is no word rectification in any dictionary, but we are using it. We are mixing the two words, one from Hindi and one from English. So this type of mixing is called code mixing. So when code switching is, as far as code switching is concerned, now what is code switching? When we switch one language to another language. For example, the example of code switching here is, I am tired that अब मुझे आराम करना चाहिए। Now here मैंने क्या किया कि एक सेंटेंस जो है इंग्लिश में बोला और दूसरा सेंटेंस जो है हिंदी में बोला। दिस इज कॉल्ड कोड स्विचिंग। ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜ ਤੋਂ ਦੂਸਰੀ ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਵਿਚ ਕਰ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ, that is called code switching. Next, in our deductive method of teaching grammar, we proceed from deductive grammar जो ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਆ। This question is that. So here the answer has to be rules to example. ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਹੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ deductive approach of grammar ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਅਸੀਂ rules to example ਵੱਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ। And when we talk about the examples to rule, so this is our deductive method. And when we talk about examples to rule, it has to be our inductive method. There are two methods of teaching. One is deductive, the other one is inductive. So here, the one that goes from rules to example, it's called deductive. And the one that goes from examples to rule is called inductive. Then a test of writing is. So we can see here, we have options like skimming. Skimming is related to reading actually, not writing. Then we have debate. It goes with speaking. And then we have listening, and listening is, we know very well, it's one of the skill. So dictation is the right option. So dictation is the test of writing. Then next question is learning a language is a matter of its skill. कौशल है, कोई भी लैंग्वेज को सीखना है कौशल की तरह ही होता है, लाइक अदर जैसे स्विमिंग एक कौशल होता है, जितना आप करते जाओगे उतना आप उस चीज में निपुण होते जाओगे. तो लर्निंग अ लैंग्वेज इज अ मैटर ऑफ स्किल. Next question is which of the following is an incorrect assumption in language teaching? ये केड़ी assumption है जेड़ी गलत है when it comes to language teaching. So we'll go with these. We have the first options. Learners acquire language by trying to use it in a real situation. Keep in mind whenever you read a question, ये question ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਕੀ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ. They are asking for a correct or incorrect answer. Sometimes we get overexcited and we tick the wrong, right? So you have to go through the questions very carefully first, right? So first option doesn't match. Then learners first language plays an important role. Definitely first language plays an important role. Learning a second language or any foreign language, so this is also not the correct options. Then language learning should have focus in communicative activities, this is also not there. So this is our right option. Language teaching should give importance to writing rather than teaching, right? So equally every listening skill should be given weightage of. So this would be language teaching should give importance to writing rather than speech is the correct option here. Next one is which of the following does not come under the principle of selection? Now what is the principle of selection? It is selecting the material for the pupils or the students. जब हमने अपने विद्यार्थियों के लिए क्या करना है, मटेरियल सेलेक्ट करना है कि वो किस मटेरियल में, उनके लिए जो मटेरियल है वो किस तरह का होना चाहिए. तो फ्रीक्वेंसी इज देयर, डेफिनेटली रेंज इज आल्सो देयर, अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ मटेरियल भी सिलेक्शन में ही आता है. So what is not there, that is imitation. Imitation is what? Actually, this is the learning principle. This is like copying from one another. So how we learn a language? We listen it and then we try to copy, right? So imitation, principle of imitation is not one of the component of principle of selection. Then it's language acquisition occurs only when. So language acquisition means we get the language. It comes from the word acquire. तो मतलब है कि ऐसी ग्रहण किस तरह करते हैं language में. The child, the first option is the child is taught the rules of grammar. तो this is the one way. इस तरीके ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ करके grammar ਦੇ rule कर सकते हैं. Then the child is given a reward. Language acquisition कਦੋਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ? ਜਦੋਂ ਕਿਸੇ child ਨੂੰ reward ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ. Then the child has the knowledge of the language. ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ already ਕੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ knowledge ਹੋਏ ਉਦੋਂ acquisition ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਉਦੋਂ ਗ੍ਰਹਿਣ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ language. Last one is the child absorbs the language without conscious attention. So this has to be the right option. ਇਹ ਵਾਲਾ option ਸਾਡਾ right ਹੋਏਗਾ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੱਚਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ऑब्जर्व ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ conscious effort ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੇ ਪੈਂਦੇ. This same applies with our language, English, Punjabi as well, ਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਸਿੱਖਣ ਲਈ ਕੋਈ efforts, conscious effort ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੇ ਪੈਂਦੇ. ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ language ਨੂੰ ਗ੍ਰਹਿਣ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ, ਉਹਨੂੰ acquire ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜਦੋਂ conscious effort ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੇ ਪੈਂਦੇ ਨੇ, ਅਸੀਂ ਉਸ language ਨੂੰ ਚੰਗੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਿੱਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ. Which of the following word is based on the phenomena of onomatopoeia? Now, here we need to understand the term onomatopoeia. So onomatopoeia is a term where sound matches what is in a written. The onomatopoeia actually contradict करती है arbitrary rule of language. That's the principle of arbitrariness, which means कि होता है कि लैंग्वेज ਦੇ जो भी सिंबल्स ने, जो भी साउंड्स ने, वो इलॉजिकल ने. इलॉजिकल मीन टू से दैट कि कोई भी चीज़ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਨਾਮ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਫॉर एग्जांपल ਅਸੀਂ ਪੱਖੇ ਨੂੰ ਪੱਖਾ ਕਿਉਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹ ਸਿਰਫ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਹੈ, ਤਾਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਕੋਈ ਲੌਜੀਕਲ ਡੈਫੀਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ. ਠੀਕ ਹੈ. ਅਸੀਂ ਮਾਊਸ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਊਸ ਕਿਉਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ सो लॉजिकल डेफिनेशन नहीं होती है, बट दिस टर्म onomatopoeia एक्चुअली कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट्स दैट, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕੌਂਟਰਾਡਿਕਟ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਰਡ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਲਿਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਉਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੀ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਨਾਂਸ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਨਾਂਸ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੀ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਸ਼ਨ ਏ ਕੁਕੂ, it's written like that and it is said like that, right? Some more examples are his, you know, his word is then hum, humming word does so, zoom. So these all are onomatopoeia, where the speech sound are reflected in writing. Then we have is the smallest unit of sound that distinguish one word from another. Now here we have smallest unit. Smallest unit भाषा दी सब तो छोटी इकाई केड़ी है. So when it comes there smallest unit only, so then we'll go with the phoneme, right? But when it is asked smallest meaningful unit, then we'll go with the morpheme. If it's smallest unit, then it's phoneme. But when it is asked the meaningful smallest unit, the smallest meaningful unit, then we'll go with the morpheme. Intensive reading refers to. Now, reading is of two types we know very well. The one is intensive. The second one is extensive. Now, what is intensive reading? ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ intensive reading ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, intensive reading is that type of reading where we are intend, ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਡਿਟੇਲ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਹਾਂ, that is called intensive reading. And when it comes to extensive reading is also called pleasure reading or reading for joy. Right? So intensive reading is a reading which is done for some specific manner of a specific thing. And extensive reading is just reading for pleasure. So here we have intensive reading refers to the reading a text for detailed information is called intensive reading. Then rule oriented grammar. When the word rule comes, so we must know that it is the formal type of grammar which has been talked about. The formal grammar, which is also the prescriptive grammar, is rule oriented. And functional grammar is interactive type of. Next question is, a set of listening comprehension is a test of. No, we know very well there are skills, receptive skills and productive skills. So there are 4 skills: listening, speaking, reading and writing. So out of these 4 skills, we have 2, like listening and reading. Listening and reading, they are the receptive skills. Receptive skills means they are concerned with the reception. We receive something. And speaking and writing are productive skills. So here what has been asked, the listening comprehension is what type of test or what type of skill? So it has to be listening is a receptive skill. So option A would be the right one. Then the objective of remedial teaching. No, what is remedial teaching? Remedial teaching is actually the teaching which is done for the students who have some shortcomings in learning. ਉਹ ਵਾਲੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਰਿਮੀਡੀਅਲ ਟੀਚਿੰਗ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਪੜਾਉਣ ਤੇ ਟੀਚਰਸ ਦੇ ਸਮਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਸਮਝਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਜੋ ਟੀਚਿੰਗ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ, that is called remedial teaching, right? So here we have option A, to provide learning support to the pupils who lagged far behind. जो पीछे छूट जाते हैं उनके लिए ये टीचिंग करी जाती है, remedial teaching. Next is continuous and comprehensive evaluation. Now here we have two words. One is continuous, and another one is comprehensive. A question can be framed on these as well. Now, when we talk about comprehensive, so it has both the scholastic and co-scholastic aspect. इसमें हम scholastic means school से related, scholastic and co-scholastic aspects जो हैं that are there in comprehensive. When we talk about continuous, the continuous means goes throughout the year. ऐसी हमारी जो इवेल्युएशन है जो पूरा साल चलती है, जिसमें हम क्या करते हैं, वी हैव एफएस, वी हैव एसेज, वी हैव टर्म 1 एग्जाम्स, वी हैव प्री बोर्ड एग्जाम्स, राइट. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड कि जो इवैल्यूएशन का प्रोसेस है वो पूरा साल जो है वो चलता है थ्रू दीज मेथड्स, थ्रू दीज इवैल्यूएशन प्रोसेसेस, राइट. कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव मींस इसमें हम दोनों एस्पेक्ट्स शामिल करते हैं, स्कॉलास्टिक भी और को स्कॉलास्टिक भी. हम को स्कॉलास्टिक में हमारे कौन से आते हैं, जिसमें हमारी को करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज आती है, राइट. को करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज जिसमें हम शामिल करते हैं उनको हम को-स्कॉलास्टिक बोलते हैं. तो here option D, all of the above would be the right one. Next we have passage. Now passage solve करने के लिए हमें क्या करना पड़ता है, we need to read the question first and then we'll come to the passage. For example, we have a first question from comprehension. Here is, give one word for to keep a strict watch. To keep a strict watch, that is vigil. इसको हम vigil बोलते हैं, निगरानी रखना. जब हम किसी के ऊपर निगरानी रखते हैं, that is called vigil, or to keep a strict watch. Then we have a question. Napoleon lost the Battle of Waterloo in 1815 because. So here we have in comprehension. Its answer is one of his journal came late. That is the consequences of not maintaining punctuality at workplace. तो कौन-कौन से consequences होते हैं जब हम punctuality नहीं करते हैं maintain, तो we invite trouble and worries. तो हम troubles and worries को अपने लिए invite कर लेते हैं जब हम ये punctuality जो है उसको follow नहीं करते, उसको maintain नहीं करते हैं. Now here is the word, a word in the passage that means same as symbol or trademark. इस passage में word है जिसका मतलब same है symbol और trademark. So which word is that? That is hallmark. Next question is, a disciplined person always gets. So all these are the positive answers. Recognition he gets, social acceptance he gets, and appreciation he gets. So D option is the correct, all of the above. If you are not disciplined, you will. अगर आप disciplined नहीं हो according to the passage, answer has to be the first one. So you work worriedly and haphazardly. What is not required to implant the virtue of punctuality? इनमें से कौन सी चीज जो है वो जरूरी नहीं है virtue of punctuality को implant करने के लिए? So constant vigil is definitely required, practice is also required, sacrifice is also required. So this option, laziness is not required, is the right option. Option D. So passage 2 we have here is, some questions are there from it. What do you understand from the line falling down or falling is one of the most agonizing, embarrassing and scary human experience? So our right answer, because we are talking about the feelings now, recognizing and embarrassing, right? So it has to go. The failure can deeply affect our emotion is the right answer. Choose the option that correctly states the meaning of social intelligence. Social intelligence को इन options में से कौन सबसे अच्छे present करता है? That we will get to know. So option B, key to the personal success and betterment in society is social intelligence, which is not among the 7 qualities that has been described as the key to the personal success and betterment in society. So curiosity, perseverance, and jest are one of those, are 3 of those 7 qualities. Agony is not. So agony is our right option. The meaning of the phrase looking at the bright side as used in the passage is, इस फ्रेज का क्या मतलब है जैसे ये पैसेज में यूज करी गई है, तो इट मींस बी ऑप्टिमिस्टिक डिस्पाइट डिफिकल्टीज, कि आशावादी रहना चाहे कि आपको बहुत ज्यादा रुकावटें मुश्किलें आ रही हैं किसी काम को करने के लिए. Then the reasons why you are not a robot is, the reason why you are not a robot is failure and success can affect your emotion. This is the right option here. Dash was created after many attempts. So in the passage we have Thomas Alva Edison. He took like 1,000 efforts to complete this one. So light bulb is the correct option for you. Which of the following sentences makes the correct use of the grit as uses in the passage? So here we have D. Her grit never made her give up. कि इसका जो grit है उसने कभी भी उसको give up करने के लिए नहीं प्रेरित किया. तो D option is the right one. The last question of this paper is tend to preserve and keep going as used in the paragraph suggest. So here we have this word mean is grit. Okay, with this we have solved the question paper of December 2021. So we'll definitely come with the next question paper, paper 2 of 2021. And till then, thank you very much. Keep sporting.